Hey guys, and welcome back to the Baldy podcast. I'm here again with,
Izzy.
and today I I wanted to talk about the our most anticipated movies of 2026. Now, I don't know if you've seen the lineup, Izzy. I have some movies pulled up here from 2026. But 2026 is going to be a pretty crazy year for movies. And what do you think the most anticipated movie of 2026 is for you?
Either the new Spider-Man movie or Avengers Doomsday are the two that I'm personally looking forward to the most. Um, I think the Mario movie will be really good as well. Dune and the Odyssey, I'm not super excited about. I have not watched the first two Dune movies, so I probably won't watch the third. And then I have no clue what the Odyssey's about, so.
Okay. And that's exactly what I'm going to get into. So, like she said, we have what I have listed here is Spider-Man Brand New Day, Super Mario Galaxy, The Odyssey, Dune Part 3, and Avengers Doomsday. And well, I'm gonna kind of talk about each one. A little dive into what it's about. Some details about it, and then why I am or why we are both excited to watch it. So to start off, Spider-Man: Brand New Day. What did you think of the trailer?
I thought the trailer was super, super good. I cannot wait to see what this movie brings. I really hope that Spider Man and MJ reunite and they know who each other are. Um, I think it's just overall going to be a really good movie.
Yeah. I just from the trailer that dropped a few days ago. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It literally It's amazing, even if you don't understand Spider-Man. It's it's pretty awesome. And the Shang-Chi director, Daniel Cretton, is directing it. So if you've ever seen Shang-Chi, it's kind of what to expect from an action movie like him. But he's a pretty decent director. He's got a couple of good movies under his belt, I would say. He's a pretty respected director, and I personally think he's gonna do the movie a lot of justice, cause he's kind of known for these like abstract, really creative shots. Like in
Mm-hmm.
Shang Chi, there's a lot of creative and like crazy camera work that he uses, and I just from the trailer alone, I can already tell that he's going to apply a lot of that into this movie just from a couple of the trailer shots. And yeah,
Yeah, no, I am very, very excited. Um, I haven't watched all the Spider Man movies, but I have watched the more recent ones, especially with like Tom Holland and Zendaya.
hmm
So, and I love their connection that they have on screen.
well, they're
Um,
they're they're married in real life,
exactly, and that's
so
why it's so good. But I think that, like, just based off of the trailer, I think it's either going to be. I think. I don't think it's going to be what I'm expecting it to be at all. Like, I think I have an idea of what to expect, but I feel
yeah.
like it's just going to surpass my expectations by a lot.
Well, you'll get that with the first teaser trailer to come out. I mean, they're just in the first trailer. They're always going to show like snippets of all sorts of different parts of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It could be the very last scene of the movie that they're showing, and then the next scene, and the next part of the trailer is the first part of the movie, like the first few minutes of the movie. So it's hard to guess what the plot's gonna be just from a teaser trailer, and that
Oh,
you
yeah.
can you can kind of apply that to any movie. But one thing I love doing when a new big blockbuster movie like this Spider-Man movie coming out is I love to guess the plot of them, even from the first teaser trailer. And then as the trailers come out, I change my theory. I'm sure you've heard me ramble about
Oh
what the plot of the
yeah.
movie.
He's normally mostly right too.
I'm pretty good at guessing what's gonna happen in movies, aren't I?
I just kind of go with the flow. I watch it and I decide if I like it, and if I, like the trailers, then I watch the movie. Um, I am really excited to see how in the trailer it shows that Spider-Man is having some changes in his powers. And I think I'm really excited to see like that portion of the movie as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole thing with Spider-Man. If you don't know comics, in the comics, Spider-Man goes through this like evolution where his powers like mutate and develop, and instead of using like he has more like natural spider powers, like he can shoot webs from his body, just like
Mhm.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man can.
Yep.
He's got organic webbing, I'm pretty sure it's called. So I'm really excited to see that. It's from the teaser trailer. It looks like parts of the movie are gonna be a little bit more serious or darker, possibly, and you can definitely tell that from the violence, the more kind of violent fighting going on in the trailer, and with the whole or the whole evolution kind of mutation kind of thing.
Mhm. And I'm really excited to see too how um Spider-Man tries to rekindle with MJ, like how he's going to interact with her. Because right now, she has no clue who he is, but he remembers everything. So I'm excited to see if he's gonna like do something different so that way she sees like a better version of him or something.
Okay, I just have to point this out right now, but the suit in this movie is phenomenal. I'm so in love with how the suit looks. I'm pretty sure I watched something about how Tom Holland's new suit is supposed to be like a mixture of the other two Spider-Man we saw in No Way Home.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be a mixture of both of their costumes, which looking at it now, I can definitely see what they're talking about, but I love it. I'm just so in love with the suit, and yeah. So I think for plot, my first theory, or I guess for the plot of the Spider-Man movie, and I'm especially really good at guessing superhero movie plots, like when Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame were coming out. Like I was telling all my friends what I think was gonna happen, and I guess I don't have any proof that I was right or that I did almost guess the plot of those two movies, but I almost guessed the plot of those two movies. I was almost dead set on, and that's one of my greatest achievements, I think, is that I almost guessed them right. But in relating to the plot of this new Spider-Man movie, I don't really got nothing. From the teaser trailer, there's a lot going on
Mm-hmm.
in this first trailer alone.
Yeah, I think I definitely need to see a couple more clips of the movie to be able to kind of piece together what might happen.
Yeah, I think once a full, because what teaser trailers do is they, just like this one did, they give snippets throughout the movie, and they kind of go back and forth. Like how I said, the first clip in a teaser trailer could be the last scene of a movie, and the next clip is the first scene. So it's hard to, with teaser trailers, it's hard to piece together exactly what order the clips take place in and stuff. But with this one, there's just so many characters and so many villains, and how many villains were there? I think I think so far we've seen four villains, and I don't think we've even seen all of them yet because the confirmed cast, we didn't even see some of the confirmed cast in there, and like Sadie Sink,
Yep.
we didn't see any of her, but there are quite a few theories on who she's playing and if she's going to be a villain in the movie. Because there's some villain that has some sort of like mind control powers. I'm not really too sure, and people think that Sadie Sink is going to play that character because we didn't see them at all in the movie. So for my theory, I think that it's going to be Peter's going to be a loner, and he's kind of stalking MJ and Ned, right? And then throughout the movie, MJ and Ned are going to try to figure out who Spider-Man is, just like MJ did.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a part in the teaser trailer where they're doing that. They're trying to figure out who Spider-Man is, and um, I think while that's going on, Spider-Man is going to be like in his prime, where he's like battling all sorts of bad guys, right? And he's at the top of his game because he's got nothing to worry about besides being Spider-Man, right? So I think he's gonna be like at the top of his game or something like that, and he's just gonna be kicking ass the whole time. And then I think he's gonna start mutating, and he's gonna be kicking ass, and then his body's gonna start mutating, and then that's when he goes to Bruce Banner,
Mm-hmm.
the Hulk. He goes to consult with him to see what's going on with his body, which I am super excited for. Seeing Bruce Banner in this new
Oh
Spider-Man
yeah.
movie, I'm so excited for that. But I think he's gonna go consult him, and then I think the main villain is going to start playing a part in the movie where Spider-Man's trying to figure out his own stuff, and then he's also trying to figure out what's going on with the main bad guy. And and then I think that's gonna play out like your stereotypical superhero stuff. And then I think MJ and Ned are gonna be way off with their guess who Spider Man is. And then I'm guessing Spider Man's probably just gonna tell MJ, and then maybe they fall back in love. Who knows? Like, yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you really don't know.
But with the lack of knowledge I have on like who the bad guys are and who even all the characters in the movie are, that's really all I got for a plot, for a theory. Again, there's not really much to go off of. Maybe I'll do a second part to this theory where we have like an actual trailer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all I think is gonna go on in the movie. And to step away from Spider-Man, the next movie that we both are really excited to see is Mario Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
Now, the reason we're both super excited for this movie is because I recently bought a Nintendo Switch. When was that? Like
In February.
mid February, end of February.
Yeah.
And we've been playing the shit out of the Nintendo Switch, and we love to play Super Mario Kart,
Mm-hmm.
and um
And we really
playing.
enjoyed the first movie too.
Yeah, we recently rewatched the first movie because of how much we were playing Super Mario Kart, and I think just having the Mario games on the Nintendo Switch too
Mm-hmm.
is just getting us super excited for Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, I mean it's just like a fun kids like animated movie.
Yeah, it's literally like the perfect like kids movie, I feel like.
Yeah, and I mean a lot of us grew up with Super Mario Kart. Um, and I personally don't think you could ever be too old to have fun playing it. So,
Yeah, exactly. And I, just how the first movie played out with showing a bunch of characters and stuff like that. Like, I just can't wait to see more characters show up. You know.
yeah, no, I'm really excited about it. Just have a good, like, wholesome movie.
And one of my favorite characters in the Mario games is Yoshi. You know Yoshi, the
Yeah.
dinosaur guy. So, Yoshi, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Yoshi, guess who Yoshi is being played by? Just guess. Cuz you know he only goes like Yoshi. Like he doesn't really talk a whole lot.
I have no clue who could be playing.
You have no guess?
No.
Donald Glover is playing Yoshi. Childish Gambino.
Really?
Childish Gambino is playing Yoshi.
That's crazy.
That is probably one of my most anticipated things about this movie is Donald Glover playing Yoshi. I don't know, like,
His music is really good.
oh, Donald Glover is just a phenomenal person. His music, his movie, like his acting, like pretty much everything about him is perfect. I'm personally really in love with him. Not gonna lie. He's kind of like what I dreamed to be one day. But yeah, when I saw Donald Glover was playing Yoshi, first I was like, why do you get such a famous guy to play a character that was probably gonna say one thing? Like
Yeah.
he's only gonna have one word, and that's Yoshi saying Yoshi. Like that's all I've ever heard Yoshi say. And the
Maybe
fact,
they'll surprise us and he'll have more lines though.
yeah, maybe Yoshi's gonna like start spitting bars or something, you know? Like this is America type shit. Who knows? Brie Larson is also in this Super Mario Galaxy movie, which you know Brie Larson,
Yeah, who's she playing?
Rosalina,
Oh.
the blue
Yep.
princess. And I don't know. I've heard some stuff about the Super Mario Galaxy lore, but it's Rosalina. How Peach is the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom, right?
Yep. Isn't it?
Rosalina's the princess of like the stars or
Oh.
something. And I really don't have any guesses on what's gonna happen in this movie. I probably can guess what's gonna happen,
Mm-hmm.
but just the fact that I don't really know about Super Mario. I have Super Mario Galaxy wishlisted on the Nintendo Switch too.
Yep.
Super Mario Galaxy is a game I've been wanting to play for a long time. So maybe it's like $70 though. So maybe we'll wait. I don't know. I kind of wanted to play a little bit of that game before the movie came out, but like how much is it gonna really matter?
Yeah.
It's at the end of the day, it's just like a kids kind of action comedy movie. So it doesn't really matter that much, like knowing the lore and stuff. And from what I know about Super Mario Galaxy, what I already know, I think it's not gonna be like confusing.
No. I think it'll be a good movie.
Oh yeah, for sure. But another movie that I'm super excited for, and a lot of people are iffy about. A lot of people think that this movie is going to be super bad, and that is The Odyssey. So, The Odyssey, if you don't know, is a Greek epic poem by Homer. You know who Homer is?
No.
He's a Greek poet. You know, he's done a lot of. Homer basically paved the way for like storytelling and stuff like that. And the poem The Odyssey, which the movie is obviously based off of, tells the story of the hero Odysseus' long perilous journey home to Ith- Ithaca, I think. Ithaca after the Trojan War. And I'm pretty sure who is playing Odysseus? I'm pretty, is it Ethan Hawke that is playing? I can't quite remember who's playing Odysseus. It might be Brad Pitt, or not Brad Pitt, but Matt Damon. Matt Damon's playing Odysseus. You know who Matt Damon is?
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. I think Matt Damon's one of the best actors to ever live. And if you're looking at this cast
Holy
of,
cow, there's a lot.
well, yeah,
I mean, like a lot of good actors I recognize.
yeah, the Odyssey has a stacked cast. Tom,
Travis Scott.
yeah, Travis Scott is gonna be. I think Travis Scott has like a really small role in this movie. He's in one of the trailers, but yeah, it's a really stacked cast, and people. The reason people are thinking that it's gonna be super bad is because it's not historically accurate to the actual Trojan War,
Mm-hmm.
and B, it's not like a perfect one-to-one replica of the poem that it's based off of. And I just think that's blasphemy. First of all, um, the fact if you look at some of the like historical accuracies, like for instance, people were complaining that the armor of the warriors of the Trojans like looked really bad. Like it wasn't historically accurate. But if you look at historical like the actual armor they wore, it's really ridiculous looking. And I think people are only shitting on it to I don't even know. Like people are only complaining that the movie is going to be like people think that the movie is just going to be like it's only made to make money, and the reason that they have such a stacked cast is to bring people in, and then it's a lackluster movie. But Christopher Nolan is directing it. Do you know who Christopher Nolan is?
I do not know.
Christopher Nolan is the director of the Dark Knight trilogy, Interstellar, Inception. Like I could go on and on about the movies that Christopher Nolan's directed, but Christopher Nolan is one of the best directors and producers of all time. I personally am a huge fan of Christopher Nolan. I love the type of movies he has. Some of his films are my favorite films of all time. And honestly, I could just see Christopher Nolan is directing a movie about the Trojan War, and I'm already sold. Like, yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Odyssey. It's gotten a lot of hate, especially with its first trailer. First trailer actually got me really hyped. I loved the first trailer. Um, but yeah, it was a poem that has been countlessly adapted. So if you're wondering, like you want to get some insights about what it's about, there's a whole bunch of stage plays
Mm-hmm.
that is adapting the same exact story. But this movie probably has a few million as a budget, and it's got some of the best actors of today and one of the best directors of all time making it. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about the Odyssey. Me personally, definitely, definitely, I don't know. Well, all these movies are like top five most anticipated movies of 2026.
Hmm.
And another super anticipated movie that's also based off of a sort of writing is Dune Part 3. Now, do you know anything about the Dune stories?
No, I tried to watch the first one, the part one. I believe I got like halfway or a little over halfway in the movie, and I was just lost, and I couldn't personally like get into it. I wasn't enjoying it that much, so I stopped watching it. But
Yeah, well, my thought, I haven't seen Dune Part 2. I know, burn me at the stake, but I've seen the first Dune 3 times now. I watched it twice and then I watched it with you. And Dune Part 1 is honestly one of my favorite movies of all time. And, I hate myself every day that I haven't seen the second one yet. But I do plan to watch the second one. Obviously, I know you're probably not going to be that interested
mhm.
in it, but the the first two Dune movies are based off the same book. So if you haven't seen the Dune movies, I would, and you're really interested in this third one and you want to get into it, I personally think that you should make time to watch them back to back. And I think both of them are 3 hour plus movies. So, like,
Yeah, they're very
you're
long.
gonna you're gonna have to pick a Sunday that you don't got nothing going on. You're gonna have to pick a good day to just sit down and binge these movies because they are the same book. They pick up right after each other. From the stuff I've seen of Dune Part 2, it gives me it just hits right, Like it
Mhm.
just gives me a good feeling every time I see it. Clips of Dune Part 2. And I hate myself more and more every day that I haven't watched it yet. But it is like an over 3 hour long movie. So I would definitely have to sit down and make time for it.
Yeah.
But I love the first Dune movie, and Dune Dune Part 3, just just from the trailer alone, like it just looks phenomenal. It's got some of the Timothy Chalamet, personally I think is one of the best newer actors of our generation. Um yeah, and the director is Dennis, and I think I'm saying Villain Villeneuve, I think is how you say it. I'm pretty sure he's like foreign, like he's a European. I'm pretty sure, but he's
Like
got
Canadian.
the director has some pretty good movies under his belt, like Blade Runner 2049, Arrival, Prisoners, Enemy. He's got some pretty good movies under his belt, and just off the first Dune movie, I can already tell that this third one is might be movie of the year, maybe not. I love the first Dune movie, and I'm sure once I actually sit down and watch the second one, then it'll just make me want to watch the third one in theaters even more.
Mhm.
And that's actually funny because Dune comes out the same day as Avengers Doomsday. So it's either we can spend 6+ hours in the movie theater watching these two movies, or we can watch them on different times and just be late.
Mhm.
which I would honestly be down to watch both movies in the theaters at the same time, one after another. Um, they're nicknaming it Doomsday, just like how Oppenheimer and the Barbie movie came out on the same day.
Yeah.
It's nicknamed Doomsday, and um, that's honestly just badass as fuck. Like I love that Doomsday. That's literally like the coolest name I've ever heard in my entire life. But I have all the books pulled up here, and as you can see, what is that? 17 books.
Yeah.
And so obviously, and the first two movies are based off the first book. That's why it's Dune Part 1 and Part 2. And then this third movie is based off of the second Dune book named Dune Messiah. And I'm pretty sure that Dune Part 3 was originally supposed to be Dune Messiah, was the name of it. But now, I just found this out. I think yesterday I found this out that Dune Part 3 is going to be the conclusion of the Dune movies.
Hmm.
So essentially, they're stopping at the first two books, even though there is 17 books. Which honestly, I've seen a lot of stuff about the books. I'm definitely never going to read any of them because I'm pretty sure I still have a third grade reading level. But um, from what I've seen of the books and how absolutely bizarre they get, I know you probably haven't heard anything, but some of the later Dune books get really weird and they kind of stop making sense after a while. I mean, that's probably going to happen when you write 17 books about the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, the I'm personally kind of I'm a little let down that the Dune movies are just going to stop at 3. I kind of wanted to see all the weird shit that happens in the later books, but you know, trilogy, the close off the trilogy. I'm pretty sure the first two books is Paul Atreides' story. But that's who Timothy Chalamet plays.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure the first two Dune books is his story, and then after Dune Messiah, the second book, it it's about his children. Because in Dune Messiah, he has a child. Spoiler alert for Dune Part 3. In Messiah, he has a child. I think he has a couple children actually in the book. But the third, as you can see, the third Dune book is named Children of Dune,
Mhm.
and it's children. It's Paul Atreides' children. And then after the third book, it's just has nothing to do with Paul Atreides anymore. It's all about his kids, and then I think one of the books jumps like 1,000 years in the future or some crazy stuff like that, and then it has like nothing to do with Paul Atreides at all. I don't really know. Maybe I'll do some research and we can do a podcast where we explain the Dune books. But when you have 17 books about the same kind of story, it's definitely gonna get a little weird, at least a little weird, and it's definitely not gonna be about the same thing. But yeah, the reason that they are concluding the Dune movies to just 3 parts is because they wanted it to be a kind of they wanted it to be a trilogy instead of a ongoing franchise, and I think that's perfect if they just wanted to tell the Paul Atreides, because obviously trilogies my personal opinion, trilogies are the best ways to not only start a story, tell a really good story, and then end a story. I think trilogies are fantastic for that, and the fact that they are ending it when Paul Atreides' story ends. Um, I think it's absolute. It's peak cinema. I mean, like that's just perfect to me. It is obviously a little upsetting that they are ending it at 3. I mean, I guess I don't have any room to talk because I haven't even seen the second one yet. But from how much I love the first one, it's a little upsetting that they're ending at 3, especially when there's 17, maybe plus books. But at a cinema storytelling kind of view, it's perfect for me. And for what I was talking about, Doomsday, obviously Avengers Doomsday is a huge topic of discussion when talking about anything 2026 related. Avengers Doomsday comes out December 18th, same day as Dune, and I think Doomsday is the most anticipated movie of 2026 so far. For me personally, it definitely is. What are your thoughts about the movie?
I am so excited for Doomsday. Um, I have just recently gotten into all of the Marvel movies.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I should mention is that she hasn't really seen any of the Marvel movies before, and then after we started dating, uh, we
We watched all of them.
we sat down. I think we watched like 2 movies a day, didn't we?
Yep.
It took us like 2 weeks to finish the whole MCU,
Mhm.
and yeah, she's hooked now.
Yep. So one of my favorite movies from the MCU is definitely Endgame and Infinity
Oh,
War.
Endgame and Infinity War, I feel, are some of my favorite movies of all time.
Mhm. They were very interesting. I am very wrapped into the not a series, but
Saga.
the saga of it all. I'm very very excited to see Robert Downey Jr. in this movie
Oh, that's
because
a whole. I could talk about that for a whole podcast episode alone.
um if you didn't know, Robert Downey Jr. played Iron Man, which was my personal favorite character out of all of the movies. And so it was very heartbreaking when I saw that he would no longer be in the
Oh,
movies.
spoiler alert! Iron Man dies in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, so to see that he will be returning as a different character is very exciting to me. As, like I said, I love the actor himself, he does such a wonderful job. Um, I really don't know what to expect from this movie just because like I've seen the movies and I know about the movies, but when it comes to like comics, I have no clue. I don't know anything really that much about the main villain, which is Doctor Doom in the movie. Um, but I am definitely ready to sit down in a theater for about 3 hours to watch it. That's for sure.
Oh, 100%. I haven't really felt this kind of excitement for really anything since Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame were coming out,
Mm-hmm.
and that's I grew up with all the Marvel movies. I grew up watching them. I've watched most of them in the theaters when they first came out. So you can understand how excited I was for Infinity War and Endgame. And now Doomsday is is just on a whole nother level because not only is it bringing back like the cast and characters.
Oh yeah, it's bringing back a
Oh
lot.
my goodness! I feel like if you don't know anything about Marvel, you're gonna have to watch like 50 movies
Oh
to
yeah.
even understand what's going on in this
Which
movie.
even now like I've still been watching new things to try and understand some new characters that are coming in, such as like the X-Men.
Yep.
I recently watched a show on them and I very much liked it as well. So I'm really excited to see I know. I already know that there's gonna be people on the screen. I'm like, who is that?
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay because I'm just excited for the whole plot of it all and to see like if this is the end of the saga or if they're coming out with more and just all of that good stuff.
Well, it is. I guess it is confirmed that there is going to be at least one more like MCU saga to come out after Doomsday,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's going to revolve all around the X Men. They're going to bring in a new cast, but for Doomsday, they're bringing back the old cast for X Men. It's theorized that they're bringing back Tobey Maguire, and there's just gonna be countless MCU characters. Like, how many did they cast?
Oh, I don't even
There
know.
was like 30 when they first did the announcement for the Doomsday, the cast. There, I think there was like 30
There was a
characters.
lot.
Like, if you thought there was a lot of characters in Avengers Endgame, there's probably gonna be like double
Yeah.
just in Doomsday. And then if it's not double in Doomsday, then Avengers Secret Wars is going to be.
Oh yeah.
It's it's crazy how many characters is going to be in it. The just the pure nostalgia is going to be coursing through my veins. Um, I've seen I've seen pretty much every Marvel movie under the sun. So just the fact that I'll be able to go, oh my gosh, it's him from that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna be doing that every like couple minutes in the movie. But you know, Cyclops coming to the MCU, his scene with Professor X and Magneto, just oh my goodness, chills. I think I started tearing up actually when I watched that the first time, and it's just it's just gonna be on another level. Like I don't think I've been this excited. Like I said, for a movie since Infinity War and Endgame were coming out. And like how I said at the beginning of the podcast, I almost fully corrected or correctly predicted Infinity War and Endgame. And I guess if you find my fifth grade friends, if you find my friends from elementary school, they'll probably remember that I did. So but yeah, I I came up. I told you. I think I told you about my theory, about what I think is gonna happen in the movie.
Yep.
Obviously, I might do a whole video about that too, predicting what's gonna happen in this movie. Um, since I did almost correctly guess the last two Avengers movies, I'm pretty confident that I would be able to do the same in this one. But you know, like with what's in the MCU now, it's just because like Infinity War was like the 20th movie in the whole MCU, so
Mm-hmm.
it was a little there wasn't as many characters and it was a little easier. But now with not only movies but shows,
Mm-hmm.
there's probably there's probably over 50 projects in the MCU, not including all the other like the old X-Men movies and maybe the old Spider-Man movies. Like it's pretty impossible to guess what's gonna happen. And that's also just off the fact that we have like we have four
4 teaser trailers.
four teasers that are all like a minute long, and they don't really tell us anything besides Steve Rogers is coming back.
Cyclones.
Yeah, X-Men. Thor is back to his normal self.
Yep.
He's got
And
the short
then
hair. He's badass.
Shuri.
Yep, and then the Wakandans and the Fantastic Four are gonna interact, and they're probably gonna be some of the main focuses in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, without saying it's kind of the same thing with Spider-Man. Without an actual full trailer, it's pretty impossible to try to guess what's gonna happen, because you know anything could happen in these next two Avengers movies. And I think once maybe one or two trailers come out for the movie, I think maybe then I could do an actual theory on what's gonna happen. I did make like kind of a little theory on what I think is gonna happen. I'm not gonna get into it on this episode, but I did make a theory, and it was just based off of the 7 minutes of teasers we have. But yeah, Doomsday is 100% my most anticipated movie of the 2020s so far, honestly. Would you agree with that?
Um, I wouldn't say it's my most anticipated of the 2020s, just because I didn't get into it until about um this past summer. But it is definitely my most anticipated for this year, and then Spider-Man after that. I'm very, very excited for it. I'm hoping to watch whatever other little shows I can to try to help my understanding of it just a little more so I'm not lost the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think regardless, it is going to be. I think this movie is going to get movie of the year. Personally, I think it is.
Well, it is a superhero movie, and it's pretty uncommon for especially Marvel movies to win any kind of award. But I do think that the excitement and the production gone into it is it's definitely going, and especially since it comes out in December, it comes out at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's gonna be pretty hard to um how do you say, like, it's gonna be pretty hard to watch a movie and still be that excited for Avengers Doomsday, I guess.
Yeah. Well, regardless, I'm still super excited about that movie and others coming out this year.
Yeah. So that was just a little insights of, I guess, maybe if you learned a little more about some of the biggest movies coming out in 2026. But my those were all my most anticipated movies. And maybe at the end of 2026,
Do a
we
recap.
we could do a full what we thought ranking of the movies, and then maybe we could make like a tier list of the movies or something after they all come out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do think that some of these movies are gonna be like some of the best movies of all time, personally. With the Odyssey, Doomsday, Spider Man, like it's like they're gonna be some of the best movies ever, personally, I think. But that is going to conclude this week's podcast. We plan, or at least I plan, to try to do vlogs more often, because in that way we can actually go out and do stuff, and might be a little more entertaining than a podcast. But yeah, do you have anything to say?
I hope to be in more podcasts, obviously, and I'm hoping to get some fun vlogs in with Noah. Um, my idea for a vlog is. I told him that we could do one of kind of what a day in my life looks like, as if he was to come in and get a haircut. So I think that could be something different from what everything else on the channel would be like. Just something different.
I think a haircut vlog is an amazing idea.
Yeah, just to show like the details that I put into my everyday, and how it's not the easiest thing ever, but I hope that you have a great rest of your week to whoever is watching or listening to this. Um, yeah, so it's going to be a very nice week as well.
You kind of sound like a weather person at the end there. But anyways, thank you for listening. Um, Make sure to stay tuned for vlogs, podcasts. Maybe we'll do a little bit of gaming. Who knows?
Yeah.
But thank you for listening, and
Noah and Izzy